Yeah.
Okay, great. So let's get started. So is it clear, guys, to everyone, what is backup and what is replication? We were discussing replication, that how the data gets copied uh, very frequently. There's a lag of maybe just 5 or 10 minutes, not more than that. So anything when I write here or delete from this file, it gets copied here exactly like that. That is your replication. But what is backup? Backup, it's what you decide once, and that works as an isolated copy. If I've taken a backup 3 p.m. today, even if just half an hour after that, if something happens to original server, my backup is safe. When I say something happens, let's say there is some virus attack in the original server. So in case of backup, my backup is safe, right? Nothing happens to my backup. I can go ahead and I can restore it from that backup, and I will have my server up and ready. I will have my data again. But when it comes to replication, replication will have a continuous replication. And what will happen if any virus is here, it will get replicated here. I mean, if there is a virus, you don't come to know immediately. If a virus has hit, it takes an hour or 2 hours for you to understand that there is a virus in system. And the replication time between these two or any of two, it's hardly 5 to 10 minutes. So by the time you know that you have been hit by a virus, your replication data is also has been hit by the virus, same virus. Is it clear, guys? Difference between replication and backup?
Yeah.
Yes, no, any doubts, any questions? Others, did you guys get it? So what do you think the benefit of the
Yes.
replication is? Why would I use replication instead of backup then? If this is the uh, drawback I have, why will I use it? What do you think? Why should we use replication?
I think that if we are using replication, so
Hmm.
in that we won't lose the data. Uh, like if you, as you said, that if there is
Yes.
something happening
Yeah,
at
yeah,
two.
correct. That is one point. See, because as of now, I'm giving you example of virus. So this looks as a drawback. But keep the virus aside. My data is replicating continuous from here to here. Okay, here to here. In backup, if something happens, I can recover the data only for last 24 hours, only from last 24 hours, because last backup was done at 3 p.m. But in replication, I can get the data immediately available, which was there 5 minutes ago. And if it is not the virus case, then it's suitable. Let's say instead of virus, there is some hardware failure. This disk is gone. Because of hardware failure, this disk is gone. In replication case, I'm still fine. Why? Because I have a data which is hardly 5 minutes back ago it was backed up, right? And this data, it's live data, it is available. I don't have to restore anything, it is available. In terms of backup, I will have to restore it, and restore, it's not an easy task, and it is a time consuming task. So restore itself will take 4 to 5 hours. So my first thing, my server went down, and even to restore, I have to wait for 4 to 5 hours. Plus I'm losing data. That my last backup was done at 4 o'clock yesterday. So I've lost the data of 23 hours. That is in backup. In replication, I will hardly lose data of 5 minutes or 2 minutes, right? And my the other copy is immediately ready. I don't even have to do anything. That is the difference. But yes, when you look it from the uh, virus perspective, then the backup is useful thing. So you will see, wherever you will see a crucial application, you will see both of them, replication and backup. You can have both of them. But did you understand the replication and backup difference?
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
understood.
Now, replication is also known as, this is known as replication, synchronization. It is called as ASR, Azure Site Recovery, or DSR, disaster recovery. All of these are same thing. and this is what we are going to use for migration. Migration में भी यही method use होता है behind the curtain when you use migration tool. पहले migration tool था भी नहीं. When we started, we never had a migration tool. Sorry about the keyboard, guys. So we never had a migration tool. We used to use ASR directly. इसी तरह से replicate करते थे. And this replication, it's not, by the way, backup or replication. It's not Azure to Azure. You can replicate your physical machine also, and you can backup your physical machine also. The one which is running on your on-prem, as far as you have VPN connectivity and every sort of network connectivity is sorted, you can back up those machines and you can replicate those machines. तो migration में इसी तरह से आप जो है आपके on prem के machine को पूरा यहाँ पर पहले replicate कर लेते हो और फिर उसी machine से एक new virtual machine बना देते हो. That is how the migration works. But we are going to do that in detail. Don't worry. Replication, synchronization, ASR, which is Azure Site Recovery, DSR, disaster recovery. These all are same thing. We are going to do this with migration. I mean, first we will see this and then migration, but not today, in December's class. Or maybe, yeah, in December's class, because 26th we are doing the revision, right? So today we are focusing on backup only. Is it clear till here to everyone?
Yeah.
Okay, so now let's go ahead and start looking at the backup. When I say backup, if you guys remember here at the machine level, while we were working on this left blade, we had these two options and I asked you to leave them, backup and disaster recovery. Now I told you, right, already, what do you mean by disaster recovery? When you say disaster recovery, what is it? Yes, guys, what is disaster recovery?
Replication.
Yes, I just explained. Why so confusion, right? Replication, synchronization, ASR, disaster recovery, one and same thing. So this is what it is. We are going to do that later. First, let's focus on backup. So in Azure, we have been experiencing that we can do one thing in with multiple ways. So you can start the backup from here, or you can go ahead and start the backup from here. I mean, first you create the backup and then add items, or you create the backup directly from here, directly from your machine. Is it clear? Two options you have. Yes, guys, any confusion?
No.
Okay, just give me a minute, guys. There's someone at my door. Okay, so is it clear, guys? Anyone is not getting it, please let me know very clearly that when I say that you can create backup from here and here also, it's a very simple thing. Like you can create a virtual machine from services, then go to virtual machine, or you can search for virtual machine. Similarly, backup is nothing, just a resource, so don't get confused. Okay, you can create a backup option from here, or you can create a new one from here. To have a backup, what do we require? Or to set up the backup, we require backup vaults. Now here, vaults, can anyone tell me what is a vault? Forget the Azure term.
A
What is a
locker,
vault? Yes,
a locker
perfect.
kind of
Perfect.
thing.
A locker where you can store something, right? Exactly. That is what we're talking about. So backup vaults, where I will keep my backup. So you can create a backup vault from here. If you click, you will see your existing vaults, right? You can create from here. Look at this. I'm creating one. Resource group, I can select anyone. I can give a name. You can select the region. Here, region should be same from where you want to back up the machine. Got it? If my machines are in central US, I don't want to take East US. It won't work. If my machine is in East US, then I'll have to take the backup vault in East US. Is it clear, guys? Okay. Now, backup storage redundancy. What do you understand by this?
Is it zone redundant or locally redundant?
Yes, but what? What are we talking about here? Which redundancy are we talking about here?
Redundancy of
Data
backup vault.
Yes, redundancy of your backup vault. Someone answered data. Uh, what was that? What is the other answer? Data disk. So data disk of what? Your machine? Okay.
Yes.
Don't get confused, guys. No. Say if you're replicating your machine, that's a disaster recovery, right? Here we are selecting. There is no machine as of now here. Did I even talk about machine on this screen? No. We are discussing a vault. So this redundancy, we are not talking about machine. This redundancy, we are talking about it's your vault, backup vault. So whatever you want to backup in that, that's a different thing. But once I have a backup of something, let's say this is the machine and I have a backup here, right? So this is the backup. So now I'm asking, how many copies do you want of this backup? Do you want only one copy? Do you want two copies? Do you want geo redundant copy of this backup? Are you getting it? I'm not saying those five, एक delete हो जाएगा 19th का, then 20. I'm not talking about that. Let's say this is only one backup, 19th ka backup. How many copies do you want of that backup? That is what it is. So if I select LRS, it will be locally redundant. 3 copies of that backup will be created. Is it clear to everyone, guys?
Understood.
Okay, next.
Sir, if we want one only, it's okay.
No, no, no. That's not possible.
Okay.
In a storage, you cannot have anything without redundancy. LRS is minimum you should have.
Okay.
So if I say LRS, you are getting 3. Soft delete, same as your storage account, right? That even if you delete a backup, it will be there in your soft delete. For how many days? 14 days. You can, I think, lesser these days, between 14 to 180. 14 is minimum, 180 is maximum. Still, what are we talking about? We are not talking about machine. What are we talking about? Your backups. So let's say I've taken a backup and realized I don't need it. I deleted that. If I enable the soft delete, it won't be deleted directly. Is it clear, guys, to everyone? So if I say 14, my backup will be deleted, but it will be saved and it will be kept there for 14 days. Soft delete. And even if it is in soft delete, you are paying for that. Understand? Just because it is in soft delete doesn't mean you are not using Azure's resource. And if you are using Azure's resource, you are paying for it. So if you do not want that, you do not enable the soft delete. Clear to everyone, guys? Any doubt here? Yes, guys. Yes, no, any confusion, any doubt?
Yes.
Okay. Managed identity, I'll cover it later. As of now, we will just leave it enabled. This is nothing. This is just what is identity, I'll tell you. Like you have user IDs to log into this portal to access the machine. Right? If I don't give you access to machine, then you won't be able to access your machine. Right? If you won't be able to access your resource group. Similarly, you're giving you're giving your backup vault some access. So this backup vault can access your machine. Backup लेना है अगर इस backup vault को आपके machine से, so even this backup vault some required some sort of access. That is what your managed identity is. But we'll see this in detail where I have mentioned miscellaneous. वहाँ पे cover कर लेंगे, छोटा topic है. But you keep it enable. This one is up to you. I leave it up to you. Tags and then create. Simple. This is how you create a vault. This is one method. Now you go to vault and you add machines. Another method is you come to this machine. If you have multiple machines, you will use this method. Now you can come to this vault and you will get an option to add machines. Look at this. But if you have only one machine, you can start from here. Click on backup. Okay, now it is not giving the options to create because I have already created one. Let me create another machine for you so you guys will be able to see it. Here I have already taken 2 snapshots. Already it's been done. Anyone has a machine in their subscription? Okay, that's okay. Let it be. So look at this, guys. We created a vault. On this vault, if I click on backup, what am I trying to back up? Am I backing up data store? Now here I have just selected data store, so I won't see virtual machines. Right? For virtual machines, you should select virtual machine, or you can go from there, from here. But from here also, it has been done already. So let me quickly create a new virtual machine. So you guys will be able to see it, how to do it from scratch. Okay, I'm creating a machine so we can back up this machine and see how to restore.
Sir.
Yes.
Sir, if we keep region difference, backup will be take, right?
No. You won't be able to see that machine. When you go to backup, you won't be able to see this machine. If I go here and if I click on add backup, if I click on backup and if I select that machine, here we don't have an option as of now to machine, but let's say that if I had a machine option here and if I select this, so I won't even see it if it is not in the same region. I'll explain it, don't worry. I'm just showing you. Let me create the virtual machine and I'll show it to you. But what am I trying to show here is when you click on add, look at this. I am able to see this disk because it is in same region. This is not the only disk I have. I have multiple disks, but this is the only one which I have in this region. Hence, I am able to see this. Otherwise, I won't be able to see this. So region has to be same. Okay, while this machine is spinning up, let me show it to you how it looks once the backup has been taken. Okay, so look at this. The last backup was taken on 18th of November, 1341. So if something happens to this machine, I will be able to recover the data from here. I can restore the VM. I can do the file recovery. I'll explain the recovery later. First, let's have a look at the backup. So if I click backup, this is called ad hoc backup or on-demand backup. As in, I have a policy. I'll explain it to you here, how the policy works or how the policy looks. That is very important. Explaining the backup policy is very important. So I have a policy. Let's say that I have a backup policy which talks about taking a backup on every day 3 p.m. That is fine. But now at 4 p.m., I have made some changes. And being a developer, I'm saying that I'm planning to do something in an hour, which might crash the virtual machine. So it's better that you take a backup. So the backup which you take on request or on demand, that is called ad hoc backup or manual backup. That you can come here and click on backup. And here you can decide till what time do you want to keep this backup. Other backups you have already decided, right? Let's say if you have decided to keep 5 backups, so all of them will get start deleting. They will get start deleting whichever is there older than 5 days. But the ad hoc backup which you take, you can decide a date. Okay, I want to keep this till 27th of this one, and you click on backup, and you will have another backup here. Okay, so the machine is ready. Let's see how to set up the backup. You click here on the backup. Okay, do you have a service recovery vault? Yes, look at this. The one which I created, that is appearing here. If I want to use, I can use that. And if I know, I'm saying let's create a new one. It is suggesting a name, rest up to you. You can give any name. We are calling it backup vault 4. Okay, resource group, where do you want to do it? How do you want to take the backup? Policy, subscript, policy subtype. Is it standard where once a day backup, 1 to 5 days operational tier, vault tier? We will discuss all these things. Or enhanced one. In enhanced, you can have multiple backups in one day. If you take the standard one, there will be only one backup. If you take enhanced, you can have multiple backup, maybe 4 backups at a day. Look at this. Every 4 hours, there will be a backup. If I take enhanced, if I take standard, daily 8 a.m. UTC. All these time details, everything you can change. But do you understand the difference between standard and enhanced, guys? Yes, guys, yes, no, maybe any doubt, any questions? Getting it, Ashar, Anisa, Ganesh, Mustaqim, Nazneen, Nirmal, Stuti. Are you guys getting this?
सर मतलब सर भाई ये स्टोरेज अकाउंट का भी बैकअप ले सकते हैं ना हम मतलब
हाँ, we can do that. Let's understand the concept. उसके बाद आपको सेम ही चीज करनी है. Instead of virtual machine, select storage account. Instead of virtual machine, select a disk. Instead of virtual machine, select SAP HANA. Instead of virtual machine, select whichever resource you want. Concept सब में same होने वाला है. So as of now, we are learning virtual machines.
Sir, can you show from starting words where did you go right? You have storage account, then you have went backup
No,
direct.
no, no. Forget the storage. Nothing. I simply came here. A virtual machine. Let's say this is my virtual machine. I do not have anything. Let's say forget whatever I did here. That was different. Forget everything. I have virtual machine. I want to start backup. So I come here. I click on backup. It's here. I am on the first page as of now. Didn't do anything yet. I simply clicked on backup and this page appears. Clear?
Yes, sir.
What about others, guys? Are you getting it? Is it confusing? What is it? Any doubts? Any questions you have?
Pricing also different for both of
Definitely.
standard and
Yes,
enhanced.
yes. See, wherever you're using, when I say standard, how many backups is it taking? One backup, right? So if I'm using
Yeah.
500 GB machine, I'm taking a backup of 500. But when I say enhanced, I'm taking 4 backups. So 500 GB, 500 GB, 500 GB, 500 GB. 2 TB data I'm consuming. The moment I say enhanced, it is taking 4 backups, which means 4 copies in a day. In a day, I'm using 2 TB. 2 days, 8 TB. 3 days, 12 TB. So it is going to consume the pricing will be different for sure.
Okay.
Okay. So guys, once you click on backup, sorry, what was that?
Sir, you have taken LRS, GRS, then you have taken 3 copies. No, that's LRS. Did enhance also it will be applicable on that.
No, where have I taken LRS?
Before you have went anywhere before that, you have
No,
created
I told you, forget that. Let's say that I do not have anything. This is the first machine I have created, and I can create backup from here. Where is the LRS now? Forget that we have any storage account. Forget even we have covered the storage topic.
Okay, sir.
Do not get confused, guys. Storage, LRS, GRS, ZRS, those are storage concepts. Do not mix them with virtual machine. While creating virtual machine, we have not taken any LRS, ZRS, right? And even if I take LRS, ZRS, what are those? Are those backup?
Redundancy.
Yes, those are replications. Yes, redundancy
Replica.
is a replications. And I told you replication is something different. It could be good, but I still need backup. Backup is something different. Replication is something different. Okay, so here you can create a new vault. Because to have backup, we require a vault. Resource group, you can select any. let's say we go with standard as of now, then select the backup policy. This is by default policy, daily policy. If you want to edit the policy, you can edit the policy. Now, what does it say? Let's name it as per our convention. Let's say this is a backup policy for our prod servers. Okay. When do I want the backup? I want backup to happen daily, or I want weekly? I want daily. At what time do I want backup to happen? I want backup to happen at 1460. Sorry, 4:30, 16:30. Which time zone we are talking about here? Let's say IST. Though it's not going to happen because my machine is not in IST, I guess, but I'm just showing it to you how it works. So 5:30 plus 5:30 it is. Yeah, IST. Is this clear? These two options, guys? Frequency and time zone, is it clear?
Yeah.
Now this option, guys, understand this policy very carefully. They may ask you a question on backup policy, and this is very important. Right? So one is the backup schedule, I just explained. The other one is instant restore. What does it mean? I just told you that backup restoration may take some hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours. It does take. Why? Because once your backup is taken, once this backup is taken, it is not kept here. Then it is moved to some vault, the vault which we have created. It gets moved to that vault. Right? It is somewhere on the storage, maybe what kind of storage they're using, we don't even know, but it has been moved to a vault. It is not just lying there. This is your machine, this is backup, and backup has been moved to vault. It could be in some other region, wherever it is, we don't know. Is it clear, guys? This is how the backup works. Yeah, is this clear till here? Why are we using vaults? So if I have to restore something from here, it is definitely going to take some time, right? It is going to take some time because it is retrieving data from here, and then it will come to this region, and then it is going to restore it. It is going to take some time. But if I wanted to restore from here before moving it to the vault, it is very easy then, because both of them are hosted on one server, maybe one database, maybe one machine itself, one hardware. So restoring is very easy before this gets moved to the vault. So what does this option say? That how many copies or how many days, if I'm taking daily, so how many days retain instant option should be there. So if I take 2, तो क्या होगा? Initial 2 दिन का data. Okay, let me erase it. I'll explain it from scratch. Let's say this is my virtual machine. I'm taking the backup daily. Here, this is where I get the backup 1, backup 2, backup 3, backup 4, and backup 5. But what happens? This backup is not staying here. What happens? This backup goes in the vault. यहाँ से भी ये vault में चला जाता है. And it becomes difficult. It's not difficult actually. It's time consuming to restore it from here. So what am I saying? That initial 2 days or whichever the latest 2 days are, I want those to stay here. And 3 दिन के पहले जो है वो vault में चले जाए. ठीक है? Is it clear, guys? So they will go to vault and initial fresh to backup will be here. So if I have to restore it from yesterday or day after yesterday, it will be a quick recover for me. That is what an instant restore is. Is this clear to everyone?
Bhai, if it is not going to back up in the vault, then where it is going to be saved?
Storage account में उसी वहीं पर एक storage account बनेगा और उसमें save रहेगा.
सोहेल, आपने बोला कि जो डेटा है वो वोल्ट में रिस्टोर हो जाएगा, तो जो वोल्ट
no,
आपने
it's not restoring in vault. It is saving in vault. It is getting saved in vault. We are not yet discussing the restore. We are just discussing the backup as of now.
ओके, तो ये जो वोल्ट हम लोग क्रिएट करेंगे वो होगा या कोई भी, मतलब कहीं पर भी जाएगा वो सेव हो जाएगा?
This is the one which we are creating here. This is the backup vault.
अच्छा, ओके.
The data
अगर
is
हम
going
लोग
to this
क्रिएट नहीं
backup vault.
अच्छा, और अगर हम लोग बैकअप वॉल्ट अगर नहीं क्रिएट करते फिर उस सिचुएशन में क्या होगा?
You cannot create backup without a vault. The
ओके,
moment you
समझ गई,
click on
ठीक है,
backup, you'll have to create a backup vault. So
ठीक
how
है,
it works, that you take it stays here in the storage account and it gets moved to backup vault. Stays in the storage account, gets moved to backup vault. But if you want that 2 fresh copies should stay here all the time, then you can do that, or any number, whatever number you select here. Is it clear, guys?
ओके,
Now the
अंडरस्टूड।
retention of daily backup point, कि आपको रखना कब तक है इसको. So I'm saying 30 days. So if I say, let's say, make it 10 days. So if I say 10 days, what will happen? I will have 10 days ka backup. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. इतना बैकअप मेरे पास होगा. 11th डे पे जैसे ही आएगा ओल्डेस्ट वाला डिलीट हो जाएगा. एंड आउट ऑफ दीस 10 आई एम सेइंग 2 यहीं पर रहना चाहिए, स्टोरेज अकाउंट के पास ही रहना चाहिए. 8 जो है वो वॉल्ट में पड़े रहे, आई डोंट माइंड. बट जैसे 11th आता है तो ओल्डेस्ट वाला जो है वो डिलीट हो जाएगा. आर यू गाइस गेटिंग इट?
सर ओल्डेस्ट वाला जो डिलीट होएगा वॉल्ट में से डिलीट होएगा ना?
Where do you think it will get deleted from? Do you want the oldest copy in your storage account or the latest copy in your storage account? Retention के लिए which copies are we requesting? जैसे हम retain करते हैं oldest copy रहता है या newest रहेगा?
Newest. We are asking
Newest.
for
So
newest.
obviously then old is going to vault. So when I say oldest will get deleted, so it is getting deleted from vault, not from the storage account, right? क्योंकि storage account में तो newest वाला है. Oldest को क्यों क्या करोगे आप लेकर रख के, right? मुझको चाहिए सिर्फ आज का और कल का बैकअप इसमें लेटेस्ट में रहे. सो व्हेनेवर आई रीस्टोर इट, वो इमीडिएटली रीस्टोर हो जाए. अगर मुझको 4-5 दिन पहले का रीस्टोर करना है, देन इट इज गोइंग टू टेक टाइम बिकॉज इट इज इन द वॉल्ट. एंड इन द सेकंड सेंटेंस आई एम सेइंग द ओल्डेस्ट कॉपी गेट्स डिलीटेड. So it is implied that it will get deleted from the this one vault, not from the storage account. Is it clear, guys?
करेक्ट,
Okay, and you cannot have 0. You can either have 1, minimum 1 you have to have in the instant recovery, and maximum 5. You can't even say that keep all of them in the instant recovery. 1 minimum, maximum 5. Remember these numbers. So now I'm saying take the backup daily at 4:30 p.m. Keep one of the copy for retention, which is easily available, quick available. Keep the data for 10 days. Is this clear, guys? Still here?
10 days is maximum.
No, maximum is, it's taking 999 also. Okay, 7 days are minimum, 9999 is the maximum. So you'll have to keep it at least for a week, right? And you can have maximum for 10,000 days. Clear, guys? Still here?
So this comes under key vault or something
No,
different.
no. Don't get confused at all. We haven't discussed Key Vault at all. Key Vault, it's a service where you can have your passwords, your keys, your certificates, your secrets. That is a vault, a key vault. Name itself says key vault. This is backup vault. This is not a key
Okay.
vault. We haven't discussed key vault yet. This is backup vault we are talking about. Backup vault. Clear? अब vault सब में same ही रहेगा नाम. Don't get confused. This is nothing Azure specific. Vault is something where you save something. Tijori, right? So where you are saving your keys, that is your key vault. Where you are saving your backup, that is your backup vault. So we are talking about backup vault. Is it clear? We haven't discussed key vault yet. That is a small topic. Don't worry about it. Now look at this. Retention of weekly backup point. If you want to configure, you can configure it. The weekly backup point, that while you are taking daily, Sunday को भी एक ले लिया करो and keep that for 12 weeks. So what will happen? That it will take one day, backup every day, और संडे को एक अलग से बैकअप लेगा, ये चलता ही रहेगा, ठीक है। संडे को एक अलग से बैकअप लेगा और वो यहाँ रख देगा, दिस इज वन। नेक्स्ट संडे फिर एक और लेगा, इट विल कीप हियर, नेक्स्ट संडे वन मोर, इट विल कीप हियर। सो संडे टू संडे जो है ये एक लेता रहेगा, एंड दिस इज हाउ वी आर कीपिंग 12 कॉपीज। अपार्ट फ्रॉम दिस, ये तो है, ये भी मैं रख रहा हूं। सिमिलरली आई कैन टेक मंथली कॉपीज ऑल्सो। मंथली क्यों? लेट्स से दैट टेक first Sunday of every month and keep it for 60 days. Sorry, 60 copies, 60 month के लिए, or I'll say 12 months. And similarly, I can take it for annually. This is with conjunction with your daily backup. इससे क्या होता है? Look at this. Now, let's say that in the April, bank or financial institutes, they do a lot of changes. So what I want कि April खत्म होने से पहले March 30th of March को मैंने जो भी ये किया था ना, let's say 4th और लास्ट संडे, 30th March के लास्ट संडे पे मैंने जो भी कर रखा था, आई वॉन्ट अ बैकअप ऑफ दैट। वो मेरे डेली वाले में तो आ ही रहा है बैकअप, वॉन्ट इट कम 30th March को भी तो एक बैकअप होगा ना मेरा, राइट? डेली की जो मेरी ये है पॉलिसी है, इसमें 30th March अपने आप ये आ जाएगा ना, इंक्लूड होगा। बट वो कितने दिन के लिए रहेगा वो बैकअप? फॉर हाउ मेनी डेज विल इट बी देयर? एज पर द पॉलिसी, फॉर हाउ मेनी डेज इट विल बी देयर द डेली बैकअप?
I think we selected 10 days.
10 days, yes. So जो भी डे हमने सेलेक्ट किया 10 days, तो 30th of March से 10th of April में वो चला जाएगा। 11th अप्रैल को जैसे नया बैकअप आता है, 30th March का मेरा कॉपी चला गया। बट व्हाट आई वांट कि स्पेसिफिकली 30th March का जो पूरा फाइनल कॉपी बना है, आई वांट टू सेव दैट। तो मैं ये एनुअल वाले को सेलेक्ट कर लेता हूँ ना। वो डेली वाला तो चलता रहेगा, लेकिन ये जो एक पर्टिकुलर मार्च के लास्ट संडे पे लिया गया था ना, इट विल बी देयर फॉर 1 year। इट कैन बी देयर फॉर 1 year, पूरा साल भर रहेगा वो। That is how it works. And you click OK. You enable backup. अब वो अपने आप उस टाइम पे उसका जो है बैकअप ले लेगा। You don't have, we will not see the restore today. We'll see it in next session. Restore के लिए we don't have time. But this is how your backup works. Now if you go to your backup, it is configuring the backup, and in some time you will see the details of backup. Okay, only 30 seconds are left, guys. I am stopping the session. We are not done with this, don't worry. Whatever recordings are there, watch them. Next time when we start 26th, I will repeat this and we'll cover the recovery option also. We have just seen the backup as of now. We'll repeat backup and recovery, don't worry. Okay, so see you guys next weekend, the next Sunday, 26th. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ping in the group. Try to complete all your practicals. This one is about to expire, both of the subscription. Okay, guys, I'm stopping the session.
Thank you.